Hi, welcome to a new video. Normally I'm out in the van and most people know I've got the little camper and I'm out and about and everything else, and you can see it's sunrise, which is a lot of my videos, but this one, no, I'm actually literally 2 minutes walk away. Well, for me it took me about 15 minutes this morning, my back's not great, but yeah, this is more an intro to a video. I'm actually going away within the next 2 days and it's just about getting the actual van set up for the up and coming trips and everything else this year's got to come. So yeah, stay tuned, we'll get it all sorted, the bed linen washed, the stocked up with food, tea, coffee, check the batteries, yeah, all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned and see what we do. Right, as you can see, what I've got to do is I've got to get this camper ready for like the season, the year ahead or whatever, because I haven't been out in it properly, you know, car camping, whatever you want to call it. So it's just getting it around. I mean, you can see it's a bit of a mess in here because I'm using it as an everyday car as well. So I've got my drills that I've just had to help my mum with bits and pieces and stuff like that. Yeah, all the batteries for the carbon monoxide lights, charge up the leisure battery, do the tea, coffee, sugar, make sure there's food in, sort out the toilet, make sure it's got the disinfectant stuff in it and the liquid and everything else. So yeah, we're just going to get on with all of that, you know, and just get it ready and get it nice, ready to go anyway. One of the things is I keep the bed linen always in the car, like as in the quilt, you know, everything else, it's all underneath here. Now I haven't took it out to check, but yeah, it shouldn't be mouldy because I always keep dehumidifiers, those little things with the balls in anyway. So yeah, we're just going to take all that in, get it all washed anyway. So that's one thing. And I mean, bloody hell, this is cold. I've got to get the heating sorted in this van at some point anyway. But yeah, we're going to try out a new heating solution when I go away, because I am going away, like I say, in the next day or two. This hasn't got a diesel heater, but I have got like an electric blanket and a gas one, but because carbon monoxide detector will go back there, so always be safe anyway. So yeah, that's another job to do. So let's take this in anyway. I mean, this is something that you don't actually see on camera. Basically, because of my spinal problem, sometimes I can't even get up off the floor. It's absolutely ridiculous sometimes, but that's the way that it is. Here you can see the missus actually putting the bed linen on, because basically sometimes I can't, and a lot of other things in this she actually did for me. With the bed linen, it's a double quilt that I've got. Now, yes, could possibly get away with a single, and it only goes in this small space. Now I have thought of using those vacuum bags, but then you've got to suck all the air out, takes time. I've got a USB one, but it takes like, yeah, bloody ages to actually do it, so it's easier just to have it in here. Yes, in this size of camper, space is a premium, so having something that's this big and takes up this space, you know, but it's I think this is a 13.5 15 tug, so a nice thick one, so nice to be warm anyway. So yeah, you have to squeeze it in there. It does just about squeeze. Now we do have one pillow that goes in here, and then there's another one that goes behind there. There's a gap, and then it stops everything moving. And then, because there are like a lot of pillows, so we've got the normal pillows that you have, you know, just seat ones, and then on top of these are these. So you got nice pillows, and it is cozy in here on a night. The other thing that I keep in here at the bottom normally is shopping bags, reusable shopping bags, you know, because it's always useful to keep them. If it's just being used as general, which this car has been, you know, they're normally on top. When I'm out camping, well, car camping, stealth camping, whatever you want to call it, there at the bottom, and then at least you've got some spare bags. But there's always bags, so I always keep plastic bags in the doors, you know, everything else. But it's always sod's law, isn't it? You go to a shop, you know you've got bags in the car, you get to the shop and you bloody forgot them, ain't you? So yeah, these will just go in the bottom. I also have a spare backpack as well, because I've got my big photography one, but that is heavy, so if you're just going around a town or something like that, because remember I've got a stick, I'm always restricted with walking, so I can't be carrying, like, you know, in two hands. I always have a backpack. It's the most useful thing I've ever used, you know, to help me out, and that goes down there because between there, you know, there is a gap where I can just put miscellaneous stuff. So here you've got the bedding, there's the battery, you've got still a bit on top, that's why there's a lid on it, and then you've got by the side there as well. I mean, one of the most important things is up here we've got like tea, coffee, sugar, hot chocolate and that. So basically, I mean, if I get one out, you'll see they're just little canisters with that in. So it's making sure those are all topped up, because you've got to start the morning with a nice coffee, ain't you? In here we keep all the cutlery, knives and forks, etc. All that's got to be, all down there's got to be sorted as well, because I've just been dumping everything. I mean, food wise, let's have a look. There's a few tins, and again for this camper I've got a cool box, but you know, it's not worth having fresh food in here. You know, it's only 1 or 2 nights, I'm not living in this thing. Yeah, it's just tin stuff, and it's just quick and easy, and when I'm on my own with my back and everything else, you know, it hurts to cook and stuff like that. So yeah, try and make it as easy as possible. Right, down in here is the leisure battery. So yes, it's got the solar on top, but you always isolate it. There's a switch down there. So basically I'm going to take the cover off that and charge it by a mains battery charger, just to make sure, you know, it's fully charged before we go away. You know, because with some, especially lead acid batteries, they can deplete slightly. So yeah, just going to get that charged as well. So just have to undo a few screws just to take the cover off. So as you can see, I don't know if it's bright enough, but there's the leisure battery, there's the solar control, there's my isolation switches anyway. So I'll just unhook these, get it all connected up. Right, see this little bit here? Originally what this was is, before I had the leisure battery and I was running off power banks, basically the batteries are used to slot in there and the USB cable used to go that way. Now what I just use it for, sorry about the cars going past, is just tea, coffee, well, the spoons. And if you look in there, I mean, you can see that is a bit rank now, so that needs to come off. I think what that was is because, like say, because I have been out in the camper for like days, well not days, just mornings and bits and pieces. You know, have a look at my channel, because there was some foggy mornings out. Basically, because when I've got to the van, it's nice just to have a cup of coffee, because I mean, that's the advantage of this van, even though it's a little car, you know, but it's a camper, but it's a little car as well. No one knows you're in here and everything else, so you don't look out of place on just a normal street, you know, until you open the back door, just literally sitting outside with, you know, drinking a cup of coffee. Yeah, a bit weird, but yeah, so I've got to get that done as well. I mean, for cleaning it out, I just find a little brush to get the main bits out, take the mat out, just give it all a bit of a brush out first, and then use the vacuum, because these cordless ones, no matter which one you get, well I got a cheap one, they're not that great, so you know, it's easier just to do it like that. Now for water in the van, basically because we don't have a freshwater tank, what we do is I've got basically bottles there, and I worked out for the two of us for a weekend it's 8 litres of water we need for teas and coffees and that. I have the big bottles that go, you see, I don't know if you can see there's a gap basically where the footwells are, and it goes deeper, so two bottles go behind there, one of the bigger ones here, and then about 3 of the smaller ones go in where the food is, and then so it's easier to just get water, because one of the little 500ml bottles actually fills the kettle for two drinks, which is enough, so it saves measuring it out, and you don't really lose, you know, or waste any water. and then when we need to, like I've just done, is just fill these up, you know, at home or at a tap or whatever, or if you do have to buy them, but you know, reuse plastic, you know, because be more environmentally friendly. Right, the one little upgrade we've done as well, it's not really an upgrade, we've got the blackout curtains already. They'd been sewn and they velcro into place, but what we've done is on the back, if I show you this way, we've put the silver foil insulation on, the really thin stuff. So basically now that's all sewn on there, so again that velcro's on, so hopefully should give a bit more heat and, well, keep a bit more heat. Yeah, the thing is with this camper, and I chose it, I wanted one with windows, so with it being a small space, having windows all around, and especially I had the one with the skylights, there's 3 in the back and 2 in the front, and that's where you lose your most amount of heat. So having the curtains with that on now at night, hopefully it'll keep a bit more heat in as well, because like I say, that's where you lose your heat. Now in the centre, there's basically, this is where your cup holders go, but to me that's a waste of space, so I found an old camera bag, and so then I've got a little bit of storage, because for me I have to have tablets easy to hand, so that's what's in here. But at the moment, if I get this out and I just tip it out onto the chair, you can see, ooh, let it focus, there we go, there's just absolute junk in there. So yeah, that's one thing, yeah, again just making sure that everything's in the right place, and that's hand. Right, so that's sorted now. In there I just have different bits and pieces, energy, tablets, as well as sunglasses, microphone for the action cam for when I'm filming in the car, and then in this front compartment here, basically this is where I keep my tablets. I've got paracetamol because I can get through 8 of them a day. There's morphine there, but they are locked away when I'm not in the car, and then English Heritage and National Trust membership, because they're the easy ones to get access to, so I can just lift that pouch up and then there we go. I mean, the side panels of the car, we always keep drinks now. The missus likes fizzy, flavoured water. I like still, so we always have that because it's useful when driving. And then my side, I always keep a spare pair of gloves because most people, you can, you know, if you're cold, you put your hands in your pocket. Well, I can do that with one, but the other hand, anytime I'm walking, I have to walk with the stick, which means my hand gets cold. So we just have to keep gloves, literally, you know, in my coat pockets, in spares and everything else, because I always bloody forget them. And then my hand is absolutely froze. I also replaced the batteries in the carbon monoxide detector. Right, the one thing to do as well, just check your tyres. I mean, the one good thing is I've got one of these electronic ones there. This one's broke, it keeps reporting the wrong PSI compared to this one, and I know it's right because this was reporting only 8 PSI the other day, and it's literally only 1.5 down than it should be. So yeah, just check your tyres as well. Yeah, you always have a laden weight and a non-laden weight, and so basically because you've got a lot of weight in the back, just make sure you normally the tyre pressures are higher at the back. The other thing to do as well is make sure your main car battery is charged, because you never know. I mean, on this car I've got a vampire drawer, there's something drawing power when it's not in use. I've never been able to figure it out, so basically I always just, every so often, just make sure it's topped up and that, because remember as well at the moment I'm not doing any miles, so the alternator really isn't charging the battery, and because this being a diesel, you know, it's got to hit the glow plugs in the morning, it takes a lot of power, so yeah, just get this charged as well. Right, and yes, for anybody in the comments, yes, I have had a new battery, but because of the vampire drain, and I have to keep charging it, it's gone flat charging it, you know what they're like, so basically, yeah, I do need a new battery, but until I've sorted out a vampire drain, it's not worth it. I also checked all the levels, coolant, washer, oil, etc. Under the bit at the back here, which is where the toilet is, just over there, but under here, if I lift this up for you, this is basically like the junk bit. We normally keep the clothes in here, but at the moment I've got a heater, the gas canisters, the electric blanket, and just bits and pieces really. So yeah, this is normally filled with clothes, but because I'm going away at the moment and it's going to be cold, like I say, we've got the different heating solutions, so we'll see what happens with those later. I mean, it may seem stupid, but the one main thing I wanted in this camper was a toilet. Now we have it stored down here. Now yes, I could have gone, let's bring that around, could have gone for just one of the disposable ones, but we've gone for one of the ones with the compartment on the bottom, which is where your waste goes. I mean, to empty it, you just unclip it. You can see here, that's the part that pulls out, that your waste goes down and then pushes shut so you don't get any smell. You just undo that bit, tip it down, give it a flush. You can see on the front I have this little belt that makes it so that you can easily pull it out. The main reason for doing this is because of my medical condition. Yes, I'm a bloke, I can just go outside. There's times where I can't get out of the van, I can't move easily. So having a toilet in here, you know, is one of the main things. We'd had this for camping, so this is what the thing was designed around. And again, if you haven't seen all the builds about the camper, I'll put links up here or something. So I mean, the one thing to check with this is you've got there, which is the filling, but then you have got like a flushing mechanism now. I think there's somewhat in there, just give it a few pumps. You've got a proper flush. Now you should put water, like I say, in the bottom. I'll do that when we go away, but this one is the main thing, and as you can see, we have got a bit of detergent in there, so we'll just top that up. You can see in here as well, I've got the toilet roll. That's an old hook or something like that, coat hook, that I used. We have got these, and I haven't tried them yet. Basically expendable urinals. You can use it for female and male, because you can see the top of that. These are great in the middle of the night when you just don't want to get that out. I think one of the last things I've got to do is have a shave, because I look a bloody mess, don't I? And I don't want to look like that in all the travel videos and that. So, you know, if you haven't seen the channel, have a look, because I go about in this camper and bits and pieces and vlog about it. I don't know why people watch it, but you know, it's a bit of fun to me anyway. So like, subscribe, thanks. Right, there you go, all tidy. Yes, I've got my backpack in there, but that's my walking one, so that's all ready. I'll do that in another video, what I actually packed with me for the photography stuff and everything else. But yeah, that's all done, all the front's done. Yeah, basically it's all clean, everything's working, battery's done and everything else, toilet was sorted and that. So yes, there you go. So that's how, well, not easy, but it is just to get this going. And like, you know, now, yes, you do your tidying up, and some of these things we do every time I go away, you know, just to make sure water checks up and everything else. But this time I've just gone through completely just to make sure it's all 100%, because it is going to be the first trip. So yeah, so again, thank you for watching, and hopefully you've enjoyed this weird little one about how I get it going and that. And the next video will be when I go away, and I'm not too sure exactly where I'm going. It is only going to be for one night. It's going to be very cold, but yeah, it's just for one night, just to get back into the swing of things. And then after that, there's going to be a few, you know, it's going to keep going throughout the year. So again, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all that kind of YouTube stuff, and yeah, goodbye for now. Bye.